Welcome to KiddNation Extra, the day before the weekend.
Yeah, buddy.
It's right around the corner. If you missed the show, I stepped in poop, so I can't wait to go home and put my foot in some alcohol.
Still?
Yeah, I still feel gross. I think I'm going to feel gross for like 3 days.
Yeah. I think
that's about right.
And Kenzie gave you the 3-day moratorium for the bed, right?
Yeah, I just can't put my foot under the covers.
Yeah.
Gotta hang out.
Yeah. I mean, would that be considered like a foot oven? Like a foot Dutch oven? I don't know what you would call it. Incubator, something like that.
Yeah, I'm Team Kenzie on that one.
Yeah, I mean,
so you've had the poop tooth. Now you've had the poop foot.
Yeah. So
poop toes, poop tooth.
Looking for the next poop.
Yeah, aren't we all?
Technically, I didn't have the poop tooth because my dentist felt bad about it and told me to stop, and he just hooked me up with a new crown. But it could have been.
Could have been. What might have been.
Yeah, I don't know if I would have felt comfortable with that. I'm glad he was nice about it. And I do need to go to the dentist. I've been putting that off.
What's wrong?
I don't know why you don't go see my boy.
I know. Well, I had my old dentist, and then we moved, and he's really far away. And then I found a new dentist, kind of, but we weren't really clicking. And so I stopped going with them.
Man, I'm introduced Jenna to the dentist that I use. My whole family's going there now. He's the best.
He is the best.
I've met him out and about. Yeah.
Pincus. Well, that's the thing. Kelly introduced me. Kelly used to see Pincus's dad, but he's
retired.
He's retired, and so Scott's the son. I used to party with Scott, and I hate the dentist, right?
Yeah.
Like, I've always hated the dentist growing up. I've always been so scared. And then I would see Scott out, like, hanging out with friends. I'm like, there's no way this guy's a good dentist. And I went
But he is, right?
He's doing
small,
shots.
He has small, delicate hands. Because you don't want some big-handed man in your mouth. And he has, like, small, delicate hands. And he's so gentle and he's so great. And he, like, raps to me when he gives me the gas. And I just love him. I think
the reason I've waited so long is because once you miss one cleaning, I feel like the judgment from the dentist gets worse.
Yeah, they
I'm afraid of it.
hound all the time.
Yeah.
They want you to get it cleaned like twice a year. I'm like, okay.
I'm down with that.
I come in once.
As long as I keep up with it, I'm fine with it. But when I've missed it, I feel like I'm going to be judged so bad that I'd rather not get judged. And then it gets worse.
You're really close to that dentist, too.
Yeah.
It's a hike for me. It's close to y'all.
Do you brush your teeth like really, really, really hard, right before you go to the dentist?
That doesn't help.
I did research. Yeah.
It's all in the flossing. I carry around my little floss sticks, and I floss like 3 times a day, and it's changed my dental health.
I could probably be better with the flossing, but they do say you have to be careful with brushing your teeth because we think harder is better, but it's not because you're going to hurt your gums. So you could actually be doing damage to your gums if you're brushing way too hard.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and floss right now.
That's good.
Oh, you got some right there.
About it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I might have to hit up Pincus.
Hit up that Pinky.
Yeah.
Pinky Floss is his Instagram name, by the way.
He won't judge.
He used to want me to set him up, but now he's married to a beautiful woman.
And he won't
Pinky
judge.
Floss.
Yeah, he won't judge me, right?
He will not judge you at all.
Because this tooth that I
Imagine
chipped.
the things he's seen. He's done my mom's teeth. She had bad teeth.
The tooth I chipped is I can now feel things.
Oh, yeah.
So it's getting.
You can feel things.
Like the cold.
Yeah,
like
I feel
dead
too
people?
much. I feel dead people. Imagine if I had like a medium tooth.
A medium tooth. My tooth feels it.
My tooth is a medium.
Speaking of dead people, did y'all see the entire episode of Russell Rush's show? If you didn't, I'm not offended.
It's on Facebook, right?
It's on Facebook. Yeah. Man, the expressions.
So good.
The expressions on some of his ghost cruise faces when they heard Ed, the spirit that they were talking to. Man, I mean, I could tell that this was legit. I mean, just they were authentic.
Yeah, because they're not actors.
No,
they're regular people.
I mean, there's like even they do this for a living, and their expressions were like, "Wow!" Like when they heard the spirit talk and stuff. It was really really weird.
I still want to go to your bar, just to experience Ed.
Well, you can, and now you can spend the night at Al's place.
There you go.
At his house.
Not quite, Kelly. Almost.
I still can't believe you're thinking about it.
In already.
I have looked at a house in Waxahachie, Texas.
A couple.
I've driven past several. I actually set an appointment with my real estate lady to look at one, and I told her in the email or text, whatever I sent her, I said, "Listen, I'm just looking right now, so you don't need to come to me with 10, 15 different houses. I'm just casually looking at this moment."
I won't stop them.
I know.
You're gonna be bombarded.
Yeah, I know.
I would have probably moved down there because I based when we were moving.
Yeah.
I based everything on the high school football team's uniforms.
Oh, and you like their uniform?
Yeah, I think their uniforms are pretty cool. So I would have put them on the list
yeah.
of potential neighborhoods we would have moved to.
Yeah.
But then it's so far.
But it is so far. But the unis, They have They have like the arrow, like Florida State.
And they're getting a new stadium, I think, next year.
Yeah. But I went with the high school we went to. I like their colors. It's like black and royal blue.
Okay.
Really cool colors. I like theirs too.
Good mascot.
Good mascot, the Hawks.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
what my son's going to be. He's going to be a Hawk.
Hawks.
Nothing's going to beat my high school mascot. My mascot was cool.
We're gonna be the Wolves.
We're the Sun Devils.
Sun Devils.
Yeah.
We're Emma Kelly's gonna be a wolf. A wolf.
Oh, we're not going to go to the same high school?
I like that.
No, we're in completely different school districts.
Oh,
Stacey.
man. I thought we were close enough to where we would have still been able to go to the same high
No.
school. What about the old house before that? Were we in the same high school?
No, I would still be going to the same school
Oh.
district. That's why I moved where I did.
Oh.
I'm sorry. I
JC.
didn't know you didn't know.
You need to
No,
move.
I didn't know.
You need to move now. You need to move to somewhere closer to Kelly.
I can't afford that area, Al. I can't do that.
Yeah.
All right, let's get to the question of the day.
Before you do the question, a little change up.
Oh, white cheddar with a
White
change
cheddar's in the building.
Hold on, let me turn on your microphone there, producer.
I can just share yours. It's only gonna.
No, I
take
don't
a
want you
second.
sharing mine. You're sick or something.
No, I'm not sick. Hey, is anyone gonna eat this? Anyway, celebrity on the phone.
Yeah.
Oh.
Big celebrity?
Has a movie coming out this
celebrity?
weekend, huh?
Big celebrity?
I mean, I like him.
Okay.
Yes.
Funny guy.
Yeah.
Do you know who it says on
I
there?
see it on there.
Yeah, he's got a movie coming out called The Oath this weekend.
Okay.
Yeah,
He was in Blockers.
yeah.
Ike.
Ike's on the phone.
Ike.
Are we just going to talk to him right now?
Yeah, just talk to him.
I thought he was coming up later this week.
I did
Well,
too. I thought it was
it'll be on the show
tomorrow.
tomorrow, but we'll talk to him now on the extra. Sure.
What a great pleasure.
Oh, Ike.
Joining us on the phone right now is, once again, by the way, Ike Barinholtz.
He's like, can y'all relax?
No, you relax, Ike.
Ike. Y'all need to chill. It's early.
Hey, Ike, how you doing, buddy?
How's it going, guys? Thanks for having me back on, man.
No, my pleasure, man. By the way, I really, 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 really enjoyed you in Blockers. I know we're talking about your new movie coming out, but you almost made me tear up and cry
Oh.
because you had a very
Yeah, it's got a little emotional there. I took my wife to see it, and it was right after she had a baby, so she was already emotional, and she was in the theater, and she was like sobbing. And I was like, honey, it's a comedy. Please don't be crying that much. It's a comedy that I made, please. Thank you.
Yeah, Ike's got a sensitive spot. Like he's really good with that. I could see you doing a
Yes,
super
I'm a
crazy
very
drama.
modern, evolved man. I don't know if you knew that.
No, I can tell.
When's
Would
the
you
last
be a
time-
millennial?
A millennial? No.
I'm a premillennial. I
An
was
elder.
born in 1993. So
No.
I know I look a little bit older, but I'm very,
Get out of
very young.
here. Get out of here. Is he could be an elder millennial. I'm an elder millennial.
You're an elder.
Uh-huh.
Oh.
Yeah, I think he made it.
When's the last time you cried, Ike?
When's the last time I cried? Okay, this is going to sound kind of crazy, but I was on an airplane, and I started watching this movie that is not meant to make people cry, but I was just missing my family, and I started sobbing at Deadpool 2,
Oh.
which I think that means I have to go see a psychiatrist or something,
No, it's
because
the
I don't think that
airplane.
movie's supposed to make you cry.
No.
It's always the airplane. I cry on
Yeah.
planes much more than
we
I
talk
cry on
about this a lot. We all on the show have cried on airplanes a lot.
Now, Ike, when you cry on the airplane, do you hold your hand up to your eyes so no one can notice you're crying, or do you just go all in and embrace it?
I pretend like I'm just kind of like studying something, like I have my hand, like I'm rubbing my temple.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
But in reality, I'm and then the flight attendant will come by and be like, "Do you want some peanuts or something?" And I'm like, "No, I'm okay, thank you." Thank you. I start overcompensating. It's so embarrassing.
Allergies.
Now, are we gonna have a crying scene in your new movie, The Oath, with Tiffany Haddish?
You do, man. The movie kind of starts off as this kind of funny comedy about a family trying to make it through Thanksgiving without, talking about politics. And so you're laughing and you're feeling a lot of relatability. And then it starts to get really violent and scary. And then at the end it gets really emotional. And Tiffany Haddish is this amazing actress who will make you cry. She will make you cry.
How lucky are you that you got her when you did? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You got her before she started charging big bucks.
Yeah, man, I snuck right in there. She actually read it right before Girls Trip, and then Girls Trip came out, and I was like, oh. But then I was like, she's not going to do it because she's too big. But she read it, and she's like, yo, I love this. I haven't seen this movie before. It's about what's happening right now. I want to do it.
Yeah.
And I kept waiting for her to get taken away by a bigger movie.
Yeah.
But no, man, God bless her. She stayed with us.
Yeah, got her for cheap.
Right. and you know who else? You know who else you got, because he just had a really big movie coming. You got John Cho come on the movie as well.
Ooh. John Cho is, I think, like America's favorite person. Like, he's so friendly and calm, and yeah, he too read the script and jumped on board. And he is so funny and sweet in the movie. He's a wonderful human being, that John Cho.
I feel like
He's great on the Enterprise.
Ike, you have like a time machine. I feel like you went into the future and saw that Tiffany and John were gonna have good years, and then you went back and you got
That's
them.
what it is.
Yeah.
That's what it is. That's just me. It's just me prognosticating.
So you did you write this film and directed it?
I wrote and directed it. I was so stressed out after my own Thanksgiving a couple years ago, kind of fighting with my family about politics. And as I started talking to friends of mine who had these crazy stories about fighting with their family kind of all over the political map, I was like, oh, I want to tell a story about this. So I made a movie that's all about this family trying to keep it together around the holidays, and guess what? They don't keep it together.
Of course not. Who do you fight with the most? Who do you fight with the most at Thanksgiving over political stuff? Is it the parents or an uncle or something?
It's my parents a little bit, and we're kind of pretty much on the same side, but just have different kind of methods. And I think younger people just are more prone to fight with their parents, and it's easy to say to your parents, like, "Listen, man, Will Smith said parents just don't understand."
True that.
That is true.
Have you ever had the police call during a family gathering?
No, but I was doing press with Tiffany for this, and this reporter asked us both, like, what was your craziest Thanksgiving? And I told this story about how a couple of years ago I poured room temperature chicken stock on my stuffing, and the Pyrex broke. And Tiffany just kind of looked at me, and she goes, "Yeah, someone got stabbed at my house." And I was like, "Well, that's a better story."
Wow. Okay.
Somebody got stabbed at my house.
Drop the mic moment right there.
Ike, this is really.
Yeah, she dropped the mic.
Ike, I have a random question because I was such a big fan of Eastbound and Down, so I know it's kind of going back. But some of these scenes that you've been a part of with all the comedies you've done, and when I watch these Eastbound and Down outtakes that I always go back to, was it from that show? I want to say, like, I would assume that show, like, some of those scenes were the hardest to get through without totally breaking and laughing. But is there something that comes to mind for you that you remember just took so many takes on a movie or a show that you did that because you couldn't get through the scene?
Yeah, there's a scene on an episode of the Mindy Project where Mindy's character and my character are talking to her accountant, and he's telling her that last month she spent more money on emojis than she did on rent. And like, if you watch that, it like we cannot get through the scene. Like, it's so stupid that someone would spend like $10,000 on emojis in a month. And like, we literally, like, I think at one point Minnie's like, we can't do the scene. Like, we have to just forget about it and move on because I can't keep it together. And it was very unprofessional.
That's so great. It's so great. I love it. I imagine that happening. Sometimes I'm just like, how did they even get through that?
Yeah, it's crazy.
That's awesome.
Especially with you guys, when you guys are all funny people.
Yeah.
And you guys try to out funny, I'm sure. Do you like doing more?
I always feel bad, too. Like, when that's going on, I always feel bad for some of the crew, like Sean, who operates our boom mic. Like, he's holding, like, a 10-pound piece of equipment over his head for 12 hours, and, like, these two little actors are like, "I'm sorry, I just can't keep it together." He's like, "I want to go see my kids."
Right.
Oh, awesome.
Do you prefer the pre-written lines, or do you like riffing more when you get on set?
My background's improv, but I think it's important that you do kind of get the lines as written, a few times.
To move the story.
But to me, like, if you're with someone who's also like a good improviser and can kind of stay on story, that's like the most fun thing you could do is just kind of go off the reservation.
Are there any hidden talents that we should know about, Ike, that you have?
That I have?
Yeah. Do you have
how
any?
about this?
Yeah.
I am a legit amazing cook. Like in the movie The Oath, it's Thanksgiving, and like I cooked a lot of that Thanksgiving food. And I gotta tell you, you'll see what the food looks like in the movie, and you'll think you're watching like, I don't know, like the Barefoot Contessa or something, because like I take it seriously. I don't mess around. Okay, I make real stuffing.
Wow. See, look at that.
Beep, beep.
Yeah, invite Ike on over to Thanksgiving.
Yeah, right.
Hey,
I can tell you my secret stuffing is, instead of sausage, I use pastrami. and I do pastrami with rye bread and mustard and Swiss cheese, and the stuffing tastes like a Reuben sandwich.
Yum.
Okay.
Yum.
Wow.
I love Reubens.
I'm not a big fan of stuffing, but the way you described it, Ike, I'm willing to try
Wow.
Let
this.
me tell you, Ike, my friend does one that I cannot stop eating, and she uses sourdough bread. Have you ever tried that?
I normally do one with sourdough and
Yeah.
sausage.
Yes.
But then last year I started doing this pastrami one.
It's
And the thing is
better.
this, I'll take any kind of stuffing as long as it doesn't have raisins in it. If I go to your house and you serve me stuffing that has golden raisins in
Yeah.
it,
What are you going to do?
I'm going to have to think that you're trying to kill me.
I think Ike would stab somebody.
I think I see a cooking show in your future.
Yes.
Oh, that would be my dream. If I could do like a cooking show and just cook sandwiches that I like, that would be like a legit dream of
Oh, my
mine.
God. There's a million shows on the Food Network. You've got to be able to get on one.
You would be great.
I'm sure I could. I bet I could.
You got to put it
You know
out
what,
there.
you guys? I'm changing my career. No more movies
Wait,
and TV.
I got it. Ike, you brought up Ina. I love Ina Garden. She's the barefoot Contessa. Ike and Ina. It's just like a perfect duo.
Ike and Ina. Oh, hey, do you guys happen to have her cell number so I could call her when we hang up and see if she wanted to do the show with me?
You're the celebrity.
Yeah, you're way more famous.
Well, I'll tell you what. You give us your number, and we'll call you back when
no,
we
we
get
have that one guy. What's his name? The cake, Ace of Cakes.
The cake boss guy?
No.
Oh, yeah, Duffy.
Duff Goldman and I are friendly. He's supposed to give me a cake lesson, so I bet Duff has Ina's number. They all know
Duff has
each other.
Ina's contact
For
much
sure.
more than I do.
Yeah.
I can assure you that.
What's up with these cooks and their names? Duff, Ina?
It's Ike.
It's simple. You got to keep it simple, man. You got to keep it simple.
Awesome.
Well, look, Ike Barinholtz, thank you so much for joining us. Make sure you check out his movie, The Oath, with Tiffany Haddish. It came out on October 12th, right, Ike?
Yeah, it's in theaters nationwide this Friday.
Yes.
Today, this Friday, and go see it. It's unlike anything you'll see at the theater this holiday season.
Yeah, it was just sprinkled a little bit, but
Yeah,
now
but
it's
now
going to be
it's
for
everywhere.
everybody.
Everywhere.
Yeah, it's going to be like that buzz.
Mass.
Everywhere, baby.
Baby. All right, Ike. Well, we'll get your phone number and we'll call you about Ina's number and all that
Hanging
good stuff.
out,
buddy.
yeah.
You guys have carte blanche.
We're on it.
Yes,
We're
sir.
on it.
Yes,
Awesome.
sir.
You're all over it, brother.
Bye, Ike.
Bye.
He's so good.
I love that guy.
I love him.
I see
That
what
was
you-
Nice.
fun. That was a fun little add to the extra.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you, though, my friend, she uses Martha Stewart's dressing recipe, and she used to have it, but now she just does it by memory, so I think she's tweaked it a little. Haven.
Oh, yeah.
It is the best dressing, stuffing, whatever you want to call it, you've ever put in your mouth.
Man, I really want to try Ike's.
So good.
I wonder if there's
Yeah.
a way to get him to.
Well,
Well, I'm
pastrami,
sure it's,
rye, what did he
Googleable.
say?
But
Pastrami, rye.
But it's probably the way he makes it. There's got to be some
Well,
secret in there that
If
he
you
has.
get a basic dressing recipe and then just substitute his ingredients,
Right.
it's the
Right.
same thing. It's the bread, it's the savory, it's the, you do all that, and you just
And then you just-
substitute different things.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I want to try it. Anyways,
Always a liquid.
You want to be like Ike?
I want to be like Ike. We actually kind of look alike. I've gotten that before. That I look like
Really?
Ike Barinholtz. It's our ice.
Well,
I think it's our ice.
Maybe. I'm looking at a picture of him right now from his trailer, but he's very bloody and disheveled in it.
Yeah.
So
Picture me not disheveled and,
and
not
not
bloody.
with blood
Yeah.
coming out of your
Yeah.
mouth. Mm.
Picture him as he just slipped on some poop
Thanks.
down
Face
on
down.
yeah, face down.
Yeah.
Well, we have some bad news.
Oh.
What?
Because Ike took up the whole time for the extra. We don't have time for the question of the day.
But I think this was better than that.
Sure,
better.
sure.
Absolutely.
Not for
Save it.
Mario G, who was excited about his question.
Save
being
Mario
read.
We'll
G
do
for
it
tomorrow.
tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll save you, Mario.
Mañana, Mario.
We'll save your question. We'll do it tomorrow. And we had Ike. What a surprise.
Yeah.
Ike Barinholtz on the extra this morning.
Boom.
Make sure you join us tomorrow for Flush the Format.
Yeah.
We got Feel Good Friday. And hopefully you're feeling really good because we still have $10,000 up for grabs with Beat the Bank.
Extreme.
We'll join. Make sure you join us tomorrow, Kid Nation. Have a good Thursday.